Welcome back to Movie Reviews by Movie Lovers, and sorry for the delay of not doing any videos, life. But we are doing our continuation. Today's is the Happiest Millionaire. Of course you can't see it because we're super far away. This is an oldie but a goodie. We rate this a 5, which is love it, watch it every year, a lot every year. Yeah, if it's on, or we just feel like it, we'll just stick it in. That sounded disgusting. We'll just stick it into the DVD player. I have to say that my favorite thing about this one is just because it's an older movie, and so the values are completely different, and I love old-fashioned values. You?
I love the songs, for one.
It is a musical.
I also like Tommy Steele in it.
Yes.
Like, his songs are hilarious when he sings them. Like, Fortuosity. That's so made up.
Fortuosity. Da, 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 da,
And then the alligators.
Yes, he has alligators. Mr. Biddle. Biddle is the name. It doesn't say.
I mean, it's crazy that he has them. And apparently this is based on a true story.
Yes.
But just the way that they act around the alligators and then, having to thaw them out one day.
And the maid screaming her head off.
Because the alligator's underneath the bench and it's carrying her off.
Oh, no, the little one in the bathtub.
That too.
Yeah. No, she literally runs away. Well, they didn't keep her very long.
Hopefully the police don't come.
Yeah.
Oh, and then so it's about the Biddle family. And a new butler gets brought in because they keep losing them like crazy. Because
alligators.
And so he comes, and he's from Ireland. And so he used a recruiter, or not a recruiter,
well, it's a recruiter from back then. It was a hiring company.
Yeah, it was a placement company. And so he is sent to an address to be interviewed. Of course, everything is haywire when he gets there.
Well, the first thing that when he first meets Mr. Biddle, is he's going, "Where's my wife and kids?" And because he got bit by one of the alligators on the finger, and he's crying, and he's just, "What's wrong with me wanting my family?" The song is called "What's Wrong with That?" and another favorite part in the beginning part is the person that's the cook is making a cake, and he's going, "Oh, that's gonna be a lovely dessert," and she goes, "No, that's his diet."
The chocolate cake diet.
Yeah, he was literally just eating chocolate cake. He was on a kick to just eat chocolate cake. Because he said everything you need in a diet is in a chocolate cake.
I wonder if that's true.
I think it is. But I don't think the way the things are made now. Like, if you made a fresh chocolate cake, homemade, I think it'd be the same. But if you get a store-bought one, there's probably so much stuff in there that's not.
But yeah, and then it goes on. He's been there for a while. Cordy,
his daughter,
is sent away to, well, she goes off to school because she wants to go.
So her name is Cordy, that's her nickname. Her full name is Cordelia.
So she's named after the mother. So yes. She's basically a junior, but they call her Cordy.
Mm-hmm. She
goes off to school and is invited to a dance.
And her roommate teaches her the parum
pum. Parum pum pum. But yeah, she gets invited to a dance by her aunt, and so her and her roommate go. Well, she meets a guy there, and this guy's really into cars.
Angie.
I
think his name is Angie. I can't remember.
Angie or Duke.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and they get to talking, and he starts courting her.
Without her parents' permission, by the way. That was an old-fashioned... He has to ask permission, but apparently didn't. But his dream is to be a person who makes cars, because this is around the time when cars were just starting out. It was they were still the old fashioned, there's no hoods, there's no way of playing music, and they kind of, when their song is playing and he's trying to say what he wants to do, she says, oh, you could put a gramophone. That's like playing on what could be in a car later on, and it's just cute. And then of course the Biddles get a call from the school going, your daughter has disappeared, I don't know where she is. And the father's like, oh my god, for them to the prison lost my child, because he doesn't like the school. and all of a sudden their daughter walks through the door. It's been snowing outside, and they're like, what are you doing here? She's like, oh, I've been dropped off by my fiance. And the dad immediately tries to go out, and she goes, no, I've been delivered, I'm gonna let him go.
Yeah, so everything's going on there, planning for the wedding, and it's like, I don't know how soon until the wedding, but something happens. It pisses off the mother of the groom.
Oh, she's one of those, how we have those mothers that are called boy moms? Well, she is the old-fashioned boy mom. But instead of she's just wanting to keep the child forever, she's planning his life and everything that goes along with it.
He's not liking it, but he goes along with it.
But he doesn't want to make his mommy feel bad.
Yeah, so things get said, the wedding gets called off. He goes to a bar.
And this is where,
or saloon, not a bar.
It can be considered the same.
True. I guess they are the same, actually.
They are. It's just different wording. I think a saloon is more of, like, a bar is kind of just some generic place.
Well, he goes there, and the butler follows.
Because he's been ordered to.
And this is one of my favorite songs, too. And he starts, and she's like, I'll go somewhere. And the butler's just like,
what are you gonna do about it if these things are, like, one of them, he's like, when the rent is overdue, and your kitties and blank and all that. And like, at the end, it's not working out. He's still trying to escape. And they started a bar fight. And by the end of it, the bar fight is okay. But then this Irish cop comes in.
Oh, and he says that Andrew has said something against the cops. Like, he said something about
Irishmen.
Yeah, and so he was like, the cop is like, he did he? Grab him!
And so apparently the next scene is the next day, and
the butler has a nice black eye.
Yeah, something happens where the butler comes out and you see the black eye, and they're like, what the heck? And the mother of the groom comes over to their place and goes, I haven't seen my son, where could he be? And so they end up going to the jail because of it, because he hit the butler, and the butler has to drop the charges so that he can be released. And he's just like, I'm not sure I want to at the moment. But so Mr. Biddle, his, their daughter, and the mother of the groom, and her mother show up at the place, and he makes them wait outside in a certain area. And so Mr. Biddle walks in, and he talks to the boy, and he goes, no, I'm happy you're not going to marry my daughter, kind of thing, and trying to play the opposite
reverse
card.
Psychology.
Yeah, and the guy's like, well, you can't do that. And so he goes out there, and he picks up the daughter, and she's like fighting him because she's not happy with him. And then all of a sudden, where were they going to go again?
Detroit.
They're just like, we're off to Detroit. And the mom's like, what? And he's like, you can't stop us. And they leave.
And the mom is just like, he reminds me of his grandfather.
Yeah. The founder of their family.
And also during this time, there's a war going on, and Mr. Biddle's trying to get in on that.
And of course they thought he was too old, so he couldn't do it. And then at the end, he's been offered a promotion of it, and he's gonna go to war! And it's so much fun. And it's just so good, old-fashioned movie. Because if you haven't seen anything like that, I mean, you've missed out. And we have to admit, you know, you can appreciate the old-fashioned stuff the older you get. I mean, we're in our late 20s, early 30s. And, I mean, we grew up on this a little bit because of our parents. Because we're of the generation that was born, we were the unexpected. So, our parents were in their, 40s when they had us. So, this is the stuff they grew up on because it was made in the 50s. 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is the stuff they grew up with, and they wanted to show it to us. Well, at least my family did. I introduced this to you.
Yeah, you did. You introduced me to a lot of things.
A lot of older movies. Because they're better. The classics are the best. Now, I wish they would make movies the same way, but I think we're kind of going through the 80s phase. Kind of. Where it's like gruesome, but still good kind of thing. But, yeah. I hope they never remake this one, because it's still really good.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else to say?
I don't think so.
Well, other than that, if you've stayed with us this long, please like and subscribe. And we will be out with more videos soon. That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Bye.